sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be great at small times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie, no lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. No, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say what you gon' do with that? Stop playing. If you gon' do it, then don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. You built like that.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Don't tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington football team. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
On first down, Gibson gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Out of the shotgun, Haskins got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That catch good for only a couple. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Gibson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The tackle made.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it because now everyone gets locked in. Confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49ers 35-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard. As he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Chase Young.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A nice pick up there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
But it's third down.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, 49ers nothing.
Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets,
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So first and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. Now again to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
That ties the game.
No problem there on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
Bring in the second.
Touchdown.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
The kicker on.
Kyle Juszczyk with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Makes the
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Will take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Haskins. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Mostert. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Francisco.
Raheem Mostert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And this will be good. Off the right, upright, but he got a favorable bounce, and he gets it to go.
Washington 7. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Steven Sims.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Antonio Gibson, the ball
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Haskins. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
2-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Haskins. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have capped. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Makes the score Niners 21, Washington 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. This is Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. It's taken to the 26. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st down, San Francisco.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. He can run for it, and now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Haskins to throw. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now Haskins to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He's letting this one go for Fuller, and it's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Mostert. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Complete.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. 7 consonants, 1 vowel. Here's Juszczyk. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Back to throw now on first down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but For the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
The 31-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31. Looking to throw, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, when you got a guy who's a dual threat out of the backfield, go ahead and use it. And that's exactly what they've done on back-to-back plays here. Picked up big chunks of yardage, once in the air and once on the ground.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal. A 19-yard attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And it's 3-0 Washington. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Tackle made by Chase Young. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First down, 49.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And a 49er first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Switch. Watch the safety grip.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Mostert, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mostert. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
Kick is good.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
32-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
10-10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now the fullback, Juszczyk. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They hand it off to Mostert. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
And the 49er first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. They boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get a few extra